This show is such a joy. I mean, I don't know if you know the story, but I did this show 30 years ago. I made my Broadway debut doing this part, and it was just a total surprise to get to do this again, and I'm loving every minute of it. You know, obviously the Bible is the source material, so depending on, how religious you are, you may be seeing it through that particular lens, but I think the show itself just speaks to everyone. It's fun, it's colorful, it's children, it's families, it's, about redemption and forgiveness and but most of all, it's just fun.
It's a short show, but a lot of energy. Like you leave being tired, but a good kind of tired, right?
Yeah, it's deceptive because it is. I mean, it has a 38-minute first act and barely over 45-minute.
I played
second
three characters in the first act.
Right.
It's a 38-minute.
But once you jump on the train, there's no jumping off. So backstage, there's probably an even better show than what's on stage.
Yeah, that
honestly,
is true.
It's
That
just
is true.
nuts.
This is actually one of the first shows I saw on Broadway, and I actually saw Kelly do it. So that's kind of a cool thing for me. I'm originally from New York, and I think this is one of those shows that's kind of timeless. More and more people are coming back to see this type of a show, and everybody's been loving it.
Yeah. Well, and family, it really is at the heart of it. And then some important lessons about the pitfalls of pride and arrogance, and then learning to forgive. Learning to forgive people, Peter.
I'll forgive you for that.
All right.
It's insane because it's like the show never stops. I was just telling my friend outside, the most break I have in the show is when I'm bowing down to Joseph and he's singing to us and I get to rest on the floor for a little while. That's literally the only time. Every other time I'm just like frantically putting on costumes and being Elvis. It's very, very fun. This production, I feel like it's super special for a lot of reasons. I mean, one of which, that Kelly Rabke is in this show. And I mean, she's an icon, first of all. Second of all, she's amazing. She's so good at her job, and she's like one of the original people from the show, and it's so cool to see. And because I've literally, as a child, listened to that album with her in it, and it's so just being in the show with her, it's an honor. It's very cool, and also being directed by one of the original people too. I mean, it's all been very, very special, and this group of people too is we're all it's kind of like a family. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's so much fun. It's a whirlwind. The show is so quick and so lively that we kind of get caught up in it too, I think.
Yeah. This is one of the first shows I've ever learned. I did it as a kid, and the whole dreamer motif just resonates with me so much. I get emotional, and I truly love this silly show. It's so fun.
I'm going to bounce off of what you said. This is my third time doing this show, and I did it as a little kid holding a candle, and then I did it at a summer thing, and then this is the first time to get to do it professionally with such a stellar group of people, and in such amazing Technicolor, campy, silly way, just is so fulfilling in a whole new way.
Hi. I wasn't as familiar with Joseph before I did this, so I'm really lucky that I got to become familiar with it with this group of people, because not that I wouldn't have liked it without them, but they make it so much better every step of the way. This show is so fun, and it's so silly, goofy, funny. I really enjoyed my time doing it. It's great. I wish I could wear my Apple Watch during the show to know how many steps we'd be getting in. What are we doing? All that cardio.
The backstage show is probably crazier than on stage, honestly. Well, this one over here, I feel like you have probably some of the most crazy stages.
Oh, yeah, it's true. So the costuming department and wigs and everyone is so talented and crazy, because we hop on and I think a lot of our changes end up being in the space of 30-ish seconds, 40 seconds, and they have to do multiple of us because the show is everyone. And so we're all changing wigs, we're all changing costumes at the same time, 100%. And they're so on top of us. It's crazy.
Our director kind of does, I'm going to say, because our director kind of described it like when you get on the train, you don't get off. And it's kind of a short show. It's we're out in an hour and a half, but we feel once we all gather and start into the start of the show, it's we do not stop until megamix is over, and then we're panting like dogs at the end.
Go, 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 Joseph, you know what they say.